And this is the worry that I had when Donald Trump left office, is that people was going to, I had an aunt that I just talked to and we got into it and I just had to walk away from the conversation. She told me, hey, maybe you need to read, right? She was really over me. I'm her nephew. Like, I grew up with her. She knows me personally. She was really defending this white supremacist racist over me. Like, she was almost, I had to, like, I just dissolved the conversation and walked away. But I took a mental note. I said, damn, my black aunt was ready to fight, literally get into a fight with me to protect Joe Biden's white racist, white supremacist ass. My black aunt, this happened a couple weeks ago, was ready to get into a argument. She was adamantly going to defend Joe Biden. That maybe you need to read and you need to educate yourself. Joe Biden's a good man. I said, man, Joe Biden's responsible for my daddy being locked up. Joe Biden's responsible for me being locked up, auntie. No, that ain't. Yeah, I know the 94 crime bill, but that ain't. I just like, it's a very disappointing, just to say the least. I need to read. This man's been a white supremacist his whole goddamn life. And I'm your nephew that you grew up with. You've known me. You changed my goddamn diapers. You know me since birth. And you willing to stand on the side of this white dude who is the cause of many of your problems. Right? Her argument was, it take more than just Joe Biden to pass these bills, did this and that. And I said, I know, but he wrote the damn bill. He introduced legislation. He signed on to it, even if it takes him. He was one of the problems. And in some instances, he was the main problem. Okay, so yeah, it takes many people. So it takes many white supremacists to complete the white supremacist agenda, but he was a part of that fucking puzzle. She couldn't get that through her head because the mainstream media has black aunties thinking that Joe Biden is on their side. They have scared these damn ignorant ass black folk so bad with Trump. I've never seen so many cowards in my life living in fear. They've let these damn white people put all this fear about Donald Trump that you can't even see straight. Because white people know, because this is what white people, especially like mainstream media and these type of figures, they have realized that the one thing that you can weaponize and to keep a motherfucker blind and not being able to see clear is hate. If you could build that hate, around that hate up, whether it's hate against the black man, whether it's the black man hate against the white man, whether it's hate against the Mexicans, whether everybody gonna hate Trump, right? If you could just throw that hate element in there, you could keep people blinded and they won't be able to focus. They get discombobulated, short circuit, right? She hate all the shit they fed her. She hated Donald Trump so much. Right? So it's like, that they lead them straight into the mouths of the wolf. You got so much fear, so much hatred in your heart over this one goddamn man that it has blinded you to the point to where you don't even realize you just go into the next wolf that's in the same pack. They part of the same wolf pack. So you're going to escape the jaws of the alpha wolf who was Donald Trump, who's no longer the alpha male wolf no more. Now the alpha male wolf is Joe Biden. Right? You so focused that, whoo, I'm so glad I got away from him. Or whoo, I'm so glad we killed him. Once one wolf goes down, then the next wolf steps up and becomes the alpha. And he's still a goddamn wolf. He ain't your goddamn friend. This is what I'm trying to teach her. Oh, I was trying to tell her, right? He's still a wolf. Just because you got rid of one motherfucking wolf, the sheep can't relax because the next wolf is coming into the pasture. And it could be a possibility that the next wolf is worse than the first because he done lulled your ass to sleep because you think for some reason that this motherfucker is a pet. Joe Biden ain't nobody pet. He old, decrepit, and you might think he's senile, but you don't have to. You can have Alzheimer's because it's second nature to him. Right? You don't have to have a right mind to be a racist, white supremacist. You don't have to have a good mind to do that. That's just going to come second nature. It's built in him. So you think he old and he's senile if you want, but right behind the scenes, and as he's moving these pieces around, he's putting everything in place. He's about to outplay your ass, right? Everybody keep laughing, talking shit about Joe Biden not in his right state of mind, especially my black people. And guess what? You about to lose the chess game. He's about to outmaneuver your dumb ass. Why you keep thinking he's slow? Why you keep, oh, Joe. I don't underestimate no damn body. That's why I said we shouldn't underestimate Trump. I don't believe in underestimating people, right? I know better. So my point is, Joe Biden is doing some good things, but let me put it like this. The good things that he's doing is going to benefit the country, and he's doing some good things that are going to benefit our people. But the trade-off for the bad shit that he's going to do and he is doing, and the pieces that he's put in place, that's the main thing. Because, you know, the good shit that always come out the gate, this is to lull you back to sleep. I already know how this game go. I'm about to read some more shit that Joe Biden just did that is pretty good, right? He's talking about ending the private prisons, right? He's talking about equity for black people, racial equity, and all the shit. He just sat down and had a meeting with Ice Cube, right? He's sitting down, he's talking to Cube about the plan Ice Cube had. So he's doing all these things, which are, he's talking about pulling out troops from Yemen and trying to pull back on wars, which it also looks like he's about to start some. But my point is, so he's doing all the good shit up front, which is giving him cover, because that, you know, he put people like this lady Nia Tandon, who's probably one of the worst people that he just added to his administration, right? And all the other pieces that he's starting to put into place behind all of this supposed good shit that he's doing. He's throwing that shit out there like a frenzy. He's just doing it left. It's all he's gonna do, right? These first few weeks, these first few months. Everybody can feel, oh, look at that, Joe Biden. He for the people. Right? Look, he fixing some of that. It really, if you want to look at it, you can say, oh, he's trying to fix some of the shit he broke. Because you got to remember, a lot of the shit he's talking about doing, like the private prison and all that, that's shit he helped create. So even if he gets rid of them, which I have to look more into, because it ain't no, a lot of this shit he's doing that seems to be good is years down the line, right? This shit gonna come into play 4 or 5 years, 6 years from now. Ain't even no guarantee this some bitch gonna be alive, let alone be president. That's the other thing about all this dumb shit that people keep giving this dumbass dude credit for. Right, all this shit he wants to put that's gonna be, you know, take place in 2025, right? Take place in 2028. You know, setting it up so he could come back to you. Well, if you, he the same shit like Trump did, right? If you elect me again, then I'm gonna give you this. So he's trying to keep carrots out there so he could keep the black vote and get elected again. I hope motherfuckers don't vote for his ass again, depending on his record and what he do. And nobody should have never voted for him anyway out of no fear, being no coward. I'm gonna vote for Joe Biden because I'm scared of Donald Trump. Man, you should never make any moves out of fear. If you make any moves out of fear, of course you're weak, right? That's weakness. No move should ever be made out of fear or cowardice. So the only reason you voted for Joe Biden was to get rid of Donald Trump. You're stupid and you're weak and you're a coward. Right? If the only reason you voted for Joe Biden was because you were scared of Donald Trump, you're a coward. And I said that, if that's your reason for voting for Joe Biden, because you didn't let these white people brainwash your ass, especially my black people. You didn't let these white people brainwash your black ass, thinking that one old racist white supremacist is better than the other. They both, at the end of the day, white supremacists, come from a white supremacist system. That's what built and bred these people. I done forgot what the hell I was talking about, but my point being is, yeah, just so he's gonna do all this good shit, in my opinion, to lull everybody to sleep, so he can have these people like my aunt say, well, what about this? Look what he gonna do. He gonna do that. Look what he said about this, because he just talking right now. All the shit is talk. What he gonna do? He said he gonna do this. He said he gonna do that. He ain't really did shit. He's shucking and jiving. Where I'm from, we call that nigga. He's shucking and jiving niggas right now. That's what he doing. He's shucking and jiving your ass. But in the meantime, you can see all these people that he's putting into place in these different power positions, right? And you can tell what's to come by the moves he's making. Just like on a chessboard, if you pay close attention and you look at the moves and you can count moves ahead, right? If you get good enough to where you can count moves ahead on a chessboard, you can see what's about to come. Now, I am good enough on a chessboard to count a few moves ahead, right? Some people can count 10, 12 moves. These is, you know, that's when you start to get up in your chess champion type shit. Count 15 moves ahead. I'm good enough to count a few moves ahead. So what I am seeing is the way Biden is starting to position his board, right? It's like if you play chess and he throw a pawn out there. He might even throw a rook out there. He might throw a bishop out there. You think you gaining. Oh, I can't believe he let me take this knight. Look at that, right? You so blinded because you're taking the easy money. He's slipping. Let me get that. But the whole time, everything is strategic and being maneuvered for a trap, right? Before you know it, you've lost the game and you're in checkmate. You don't know what the hell happened, right? You're looking at all the power pieces. You say, God damn, I even got his queen. How did that happen? How did he get me? Right? Because he's dangling these pieces out there to maneuver you where he needs you to be. And where he needs your ass to be is to sleep, where you're not paying no attention. So my point is that I'm not no fool and I'm not going to fall for this bullshit, because I know at the core of Joe Biden, his cloth, right? Meaning where he comes from. Everything the man said about helping black folk was a lie. Never marched in no civil rights movements. never went to no black church, never got locked up for going to visit Nelson Mandela. Just all these lies. Man, if you was for the people or my people, if you had, you wouldn't have to tell lies and make shit. Let's make up. You capping. You making shit up. Because you you never did nothing for us. This is to let you know all you need to know about somebody. When somebody has to lie about what they've done, it only means that they haven't done shit. Right? If I tell you all the shit that I've done in my life, and then you find out somewhere down the line that I told a lie about everything, you would have to only come to the conclusion and assume that this nigga lied because he never done shit. Joe Biden ain't did nothing positive. He put black people in cages. He made sure there were more cages developed and made so our asses could be in them. He's responsible for mandatory minimums. He's responsible for the discrepancy between powder cocaine and crack cocaine. Of course, because crack cocaine is found in the hood and powder cocaine is found in the suburbs. So, you get 10 times more time for crack, for hard, than soft. The list goes on and on of all the negative shit he's done to us. And everything that he said he's done positive has been a lie. Everything on his record that he said he's done, all the civil rights movement shit and all this, yelling at black community leaders, telling them, I'm the only one that says something good for you black Negroes in Charlottesville. I was the only one who... He ain't never did nothing but talk. Every time he's did something or took action, it's been against us. He's only talked about doing something good for us. But anytime he's ever took any action, legitimate action, and took steps to actually enact policy or law, it's always been against us. It's always been against us.